Neuroscape. A tweet by Lee Smart. Narrated by George's Ghost. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. By Emily Dickinson. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Success in circuit lies, too bright for our infirm delight. The truth's superb surprise, as lightning to the children eased, with explanation kind. The truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. For a long time, neuroscience has assumed that brain networks cause behavior, and that better measurements or more detailed connectivity would eventually close the gap. This work quietly breaks that assumption. Instead of treating brain networks and behavior as causally linked, the results show that both are coordinated by a shared latent structure, an underlying space that organizes how neural activity and behavior appear together. In this framing, networks are no longer primary mechanisms, and behavior is no longer a downstream output. They are parallel projections of something deeper. What's striking is not the statistical method, but the implication. Cognition is not localized in regions or edges. It is organized at the level of identity-coherent structure. The data suggests that individual differences are not encoded in specific circuits, but in stable, latent states that remain invariant across brain and behavioral measurements, while surface-level patterns continuously reconfigure. This marks a shift away from localization and toward organization. At the same time, the work stops at an important boundary. The latent space is treated as abstract and static, a statistical construct used to explain correlations. But the results themselves point to something stronger, a structured, constrained, and dynamically evolving substrate that generates both networks and behavior. In other words, this paper shows that an underlying organizing space must exist. The next step is to ask what that space is, geometrically, dynamically, and physically, rather than only how to infer it. Seen this way, the study isn't a destination. It's a confirmation that the field is finally looking in the right direction.